Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Hard. Oh, my bad. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Hardcore Ironman Series. This is episode 12, and we got a lot to get into. So, let's get into it. To kick things off, I decided we're going to finally go and get our flippers. Now, I've been wanting to get my flippers for a while. Every time I do a giant seaweed run, having to walk around down there kind of sucks. It's a little bit slower, and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as good as if I could swim under the water. So we're going to go get flippers today, and hopefully it doesn't take us too long to do it. All right, we got everything that we need made. Now we just have to go do the mini quest. The mini quest is literally so many of a quest, it's only going to take half a second, so... yeah, that was easy. Already finished. And now he's going to tell us where we can go hunt the mogres. Let's just go kill our mogres. I already brought a bunch of fishing explosives with me. We got 50. I'm hoping it doesn't take us more than 50, but I guess we'll see how it goes. All right, our first mogre. What's he got for us? No way. Hey, this was a lot quicker than I thought it was gonna be. 1KC flippers, dude. Hey man, that was way quicker than I thought it was gonna be. We're out of here already. My main focus has been on the Slayer grind lately, and that's kind of just what we got right back into doing. But the good news is that we just hit 43 Slayer, and honestly, I thought the early Slayer levels was going to be way worse, but I feel like I'm leveling up really quickly, and our points are stacking up too, man. I'm actually getting really excited because I love Slayer. It's one of my favorite skills in the game, and before we know it, we're going to have a Slayer helmet. That's kind of the plan. Time to get our 50th task, and I hope Vanica doesn't screw me, man. Ice Giants. Actually, you know what? This might not be that bad. This actually might not be that bad. This could be okay. It might take us a little while, but hey, 50 tasks, that's going to be a lot of points too. This could have been much worse. Yo, no way, dude. We just got our first longbone. I can't really do anything with those yet, so we'll just put them in the bank for now, but hey, we'll just hang on to them, man. Those are going to be really good construction XP later on down the line, as well as some prayer. But yo, okay, Ice Giant's not so bad of a pick so far. This honestly wasn't too bad of a task, man. We're wrapping up the last kill right now. Not too bad. 120 points. We're at a total of 220 Slayer points now. That was our 50th task. We got okay XP. It was 5,000 Slayer XP, and we were walking out of there with a couple of Hill Giant heads. So that's really nice too. Honestly, not too bad of a task. It could have been much worse, honestly. We're about to level up as soon as we kill this ghost here. We're very close. Ding! 45 Slayer, man. We are zooming right now. Dude, we're so close to being able to use our D-Sim. We just hit 59 attack. We're obviously still grinding out Slayer, but the levels are going up really quickly, man. We are so close to a D-Sim. Dang, dude. I can't wait to use that thing. That's such a nostalgic weapon and a great upgrade over the Rune Sim. All right, yo, task number 60. Oh, okay, Basilisk isn't a bad task either. You know, it's not the most exciting task, but it's not a bad task. Okay, Vanica's kind of hooking it up. He's giving us some okay tasks, man. Now, if you guys are wondering, how am I flying through these tasks so fast? I'm actually doing point boosting. So basically, I do 9 tasks at Turrail, and then after my 9 tasks at Turrail, I get my 10th task at my highest ever Slayer Master, and I'm doing this so I can have the most amount of points as possible as quickly as possible. You can't forget about your farm runs. We're just finishing one up, and boom, yo, 72 farming. Honestly, I am so amazed by how quick my farming level is going up. I don't even do a crazy amount of farm runs. I log in at the start of every day, I hit my farm run, and then we get on with the rest of our day. Every now and then, occasionally, I'll throw a middle of the day farm run in there, but very rarely. But yeah, dude, 72 farming already, and we have a great stack of white berries already. Looking so good for our herblore later. Between all the farm runs, I've been stocking up on herb supplies quite a good little bit here, and so I decided to finally train a little bit more herb, kind of go through and process some of these supplies. We're actually getting really up there on our super attacks right now. Those are the best like XP that you can get. It's just really, really easy to source the irrits and source the Eye of Newts. That alongside making regular energy potions too. So we're just kind of juicing a little bit of herb lore right now. I'm not really too sure I'm going to use any of these hunter pots, but I figured I might as well make a few. And we just hit 54 hunters, or 54 herblores, sorry, which is really, really good. Dude, honestly, 54 is pretty nice right now. We're very close to being able to make some really awesome potions. But yeah, I don't really know if I'm going to use these hunter potions too much. I really just kind of gathered those Kebbit claws or Kebbit teeth while I was doing hunter, just in case they would come in handy later, but they're also really decent XP as well. I have so much of this molten glass to go through. We made quite a bit of it not that long ago, but I haven't blown any of it yet. I don't really make it a habit to blow things all that often, but hey, it is one of the best ways to train your crafting level, and especially early on. So we're blowing a little bit of glass. We're coming up very, very close to 55 crafting. I might actually kind of juice my crafting a little bit. I know at 56 I can create my colossal pouch, and colossal pouch is going to be really good the next time that we go back to Goater. Oh, look, 55 crafting. Nice, dude. Very close. We were very, very close. Yeah, it took about 500 glass, which was more than I thought it was going to take, but we just hit 56 crafting, and now I can make my colossal pouch. Now, colossal pouch, like I said, it's really, really good. It's not as good at a lower level of rune crafting because it scales with how much you can put into it when you get to a higher level of rune crafting, but hey, colossal pouch is 1 pouch in your inventory instead of 4 pouches in your inventory, and that's pretty good. So real quick, we'll grab everything that we need, and I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal. We should just be able to make it. Let me see. Yep, combine. Yo, 1,000 crafting XP to make one of those? I didn't even know you got that much. Not bad. Look at this thing. It's very spiffy, dude. Kind of makes me want to go back to Goater, but I feel like we've been doing a lot of Goater lately. Maybe I shouldn't. You're never going to believe this. I went back to train more Slayer, and we're about to hit 60 attack right now. Right now. Wait, right now. Yeah. First try. Look at that 60 attack, dude. Snap. Let's put on the D-Sim, dude. Holy moly, look at that thing. It's freaking gorgeous, man. Now that is a good looking weapon being held by a good looking dude. Yo, hell yeah, dude. That's super sick, man. 60 attack. Not only that, but we're only 2 kills away on the Basilisk from finishing up our 60th Slayer task. This task was Slayer a little slow, completed. I won't lie. 5,000 Slayer XP and another 40 points, moving us up to 260 Slayer points, but 60 tasks completed. I feel like I'm flying. Now, obviously, point boosting, you're going to fly through the number of tasks, but dang, man. Honestly, the progress is looking really, really nice, man. I'm really, really happy about 60 attack. Now, our next goal, we're going to have to go and work towards getting a Dragon Defender. Like, we absolutely need to get a Defender to make this thing amazing. After finishing out 60 attack, I decided to start training strength. If we're going to work on getting a Dragon Defender, 50 strength ain't going to cut it, which we just hit. But now we have to push all the way to 60. We need 65 attack and 65 strength in order to get a Dragon Defender. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Now, we could go 70 attack, 60 strength, but I'm not a big fan of that route. Dude, I like killing sulfur lizards way more than I like killing the regular lizards in the desert. And I just hit 47 Slayer and 1,200 total level. Yo, Slayer is honestly, I don't even know what to say, man. I feel like I'm flying. I'm zooming. Like, XP isn't even that good when you're point boosting. But there have been some alternatives I've been able to do that give me more XP. Like, the higher level wolves are better for normal wolf tasks. Killing the banshees in the catacombs of Corin are really good for banshee tasks. And then sulfur lizards are way better than doing just the regular lizards in the desert. Honestly, it hasn't been too bad. XP is a lot better than I thought it would be. Now listen, I know, as an Iron Man, the traditional method of doing a dragon task, especially blue dragons, would have been to sit there and kill all of those dragons, the big ones specifically, not the baby ones, and it would have been to bank the bones every single time. I'm going to keep it $150. I didn't bank any of those bones. I don't have the agility level or the means, nor do I want to spend 7 hours doing a blue dragon task. Because my prayer is so well off due to the fact of the hunter grind and bone shards, I decided not to do the blue dragon task the traditional way of picking up blue dragon bones. That's going to piss a lot of you guys off. And honestly, you know what? Sue me, okay? Sue me. I don't care. I wasn't about to sit there that long. But on a side note, 70 Slayer tasks completed. We're up to 300 points already. All right, we're going to do something a little bit different. I just realized I now have the Slayer level in order to go start the Perilous Moons quest. Now, I can't complete this quest by any means, but starting the quest does mean that I get access to the Sulfur Naguas in the dungeon. And those Sulfur Naguas actually can drop me a really, really good weapon called the Sulfur Blades. And they're a great way to get rune crafting XP as well as noted ore drops. Those can be very lucrative. So I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to get as far as we can in the Perilous Moons quest, and then I might go grind out some Sulfur Naguas for a little bit. It feels way too early to already be in this dungeon. I mean, it is, right? Because I'm not actually doing moons yet. But it still feels wrong to even be in this dungeon. I feel like, it feels weird, man. It's crazy seeing all the new content in the game and comparing it to what I did when I was playing my GIM 2 years ago. So many different alternative routes to training things and doing things now. It's really, really good to see. And honestly, it's been really, really really fun to explore all of that. It's been a nice breath of fresh air. All right, we made it as far as we can in the quest. Now it's time to kill our first Nagua. Surely 1 KC Sulfur Blades, right? Like obviously we're so spoon. Just like the 1 KC flippers, we're going to get 1 KC Sulfur Blades right now. Oh, well, okay, maybe not now. Why am I hitting so many zeros? Okay, right now. Silver ore, just as good. Honestly, that's basically 1 KC Sulfur Blades. I mean, to be honest, that's pretty good. I just had to kill one really quick. I was like itching to do it. But before we actually go and kill them, it makes the most sense to actually get the free supplies here. That's one of the beauties of moons, is that you don't have to use any of your own supplies, and that counts for the entirety of this dungeon. So I'm just filling my inventory with a bunch of prayer pots right now, especially because the Sulfur Naguas drain your prayer occasionally. So it just makes the most sense. We don't need any food, because if I'm going to be protecting from prayer the entire time, what would I need food for? So I don't have to worry about fishing or catching any of the lizards. We're just going to stock up on a ton of these moonlight potions. And then from there, we're just going to go farm Sulfur Naguas. Hopefully we get lucky. Either way, even if we don't necessarily get lucky, we are going to be able to get our hands on a good bit of noted ore. And that noted ore is going to be really, really helpful later on for our smithing. Or, I mean, even if I don't use it for smithing, it would be really, really good for sailing too. All right, last couple of potions that we're making here. Just need a few more, and this should be plenty for us. We can go kill some Naguas now. We haven't killed a crazy amount yet. I don't even think we're close to 100 KC yet, or we're rounding up to 100 KC, but we have had a good bit of ore and a little bit of the sulfuric essence, so we're going to get some good XP off of that. That will be very, very nice. That sulfuric essence is pretty solid for rune crafting XP, which honestly didn't even know until this account that you could go and turn that in for rune crafting XP. I was completely unaware of that. Outside of that, just like a lot of silver ore, I think the coal is really good to stack, but then we also got a good bunch of iron ore, which I was really surprised about. Oh, and you can't forget the chaos runes. I didn't realize these were okay-ish on chaos runes, so we're kind of just stacking up. Now, it's not a crazy amount, but hey, anything is better than nothing. No way, dude. No way! I did not think we were going to see these already. These are like a 1 in 500 drop rate. Yo! Sulfur blades, dude, these are gonna be so good for moons. We got them at 91 KC. These are gonna be so good for moons. Not only are they really good for moons, they're some of the best weapons to use on sulfur naguas because they have a 0 or a negative flat defense, which means we're going to constantly hit. This is going to be some of our like new best in slot melee combat XP per hour. It's going to be absolutely insane combat XP per hour training here if I choose to stay here to train, which will be really, really fast. But dang, I did not expect to see sulfur blades already, dude. No way. All right, it's time to grab our 70th Slayer task. Honestly, I can't believe I already had 70. 78 Fire Giants. Wait a minute. I thought this was going to be a bad task. We can actually do this in the Catacombs of Corrin, which means we can keep working on making totems already. And Fire Giants can also drop a few alks. We can get, I think, rune scimitars as well as some battle staves. And they're a pretty good source of fire runes. That's actually not too bad of a task. I was a little worried we were going to get a much worse task. Taildar sometimes likes to troll. So this is really, really nice for our 70th task. This Fire Giant task took a little while to do. A little bit longer than I wanted it to, but the XP wasn't that bad. Now, I'm not talking about the Slayer XP. The Slayer XP was not really that great, but the combat XP was really, really nice, and we're well on our way to pushing out 60 strength so that we can eventually go for 65 attack, 65 strength, and work on getting our Dragon Defender. This is the last Fire Giant we have to kill with this task, and thank God, because I need a break from this place. We've done a lot of Slayer. Like, we have been crazy on the Slayer grind, and we have a boatload of Slayer points, which is phenomenal for us, to be honest. The point boosting method was probably the best decision to start this account out. Now, I didn't do this in the beginning on my GIM. I actually didn't really do point boosting on my GIM until way later in the grind. But I'm really, really glad that I decided to start out point boosting on this account because I already have a boatload of points. I think I'm going to kind of keep this going. To be honest, I think I'm just going to continue point boosting up until probably about 100 Slayer tasks, maybe past then. And I'm hoping if we can line this up right, by the time I hit 100 Slayer tasks, I'll also be right around 75 combat so that my 100 task could actually be a task from Konar. And the 100 tasks from Konar would end up being 450 Slayer points as a boost reward, which would be massive for our points. So we just finished this task. That was task number 80. We got 50 points for it, and we're at 350 total Slayer points now. We're actually very, very close to being able to unlock this Slayer helmet. Now, we can't go get a Slayer helmet, but we almost have enough points to actually unlock it, and that is pretty big. I'm surprised at how far we are with points, but point boosting is such a superior method to starting Slayer. I don't know if I could ever start Slayer traditionally the normal way anymore. It's just the tasks are really slow, the XP feels slow, it just doesn't feel very rewarding. Point boosting in the beginning is 1000% the way, in case anybody was wondering. To break up the Slayer grind a little bit, I decided I was going to work on unlocking the Stronghold of Security Scepter. And now it's really easy to get. It doesn't take very long at all, as long as you have some decent RNG. And we already just got the right skull half, which is really, really good. Now, eventually, we're going to come back and kill more of these. The main reason why I came down here, too, was I figured it'd be a good way to train a little bit of range, because my range has been lacking for quite some time. Yo, let's go. 35 range. Killing these with range isn't really the best move, but I mean, it's kind of like a two birds, one stone scenario, right? Like, I'm getting range XP and I'm working towards creating the scepter. I mean, like I said, it's not very good range XP, but it's range XP nonetheless. And I wasn't really too sure where else I was going to train it. Early range training is actually awful. There's just not a lot of great areas. And like, I didn't really want to go sit at the Gemrock Crab. In fact, I have chosen to not really sit at the Gemrock Crab too much just yet on this account. Now, maybe later on as we progress it further, but I didn't really want to skip a lot of these early milestone levels for sake of the series. I wanted it to be more entertaining and find different ways that we could do it, and maybe even show you guys some new ways to train some of these skills as well, rather than just go AFK everything over at the Gemrock Crab. Dude, I feel like I've been here forever. Hey, look, all you gotta do is complain, and then you get what you need. I honestly was there forever. We got an entire another range level. We hit 36 range killing those. That was probably, hopefully, that was the longest grind of this entire scepter. But, dude, I felt like we were here forever. Not gonna lie, this is the floor that we kind of need to be really, really quick because we can get bodied up here, and I really don't want to burn through a ton of moonlight moths. These have a lot more HP and they take a lot longer to kill, so hopefully it only takes a handful of kills to actually get this piece. If it takes a while, that isn't going to feel very good, so hopefully it's a lot quicker than the last piece. Alright, we moved to another location to kill these where we could actually safe spot them. Now, if this takes all night, whatever, so be it. But at least we're not blowing through supplies. I really didn't want to go bank to get more prayer, at least for killing these. So this seemed like the best course of action. Honestly, shout out chat for letting me know that this room had a safe spot in it. Because I actually had no clue that this safe spot existed. In fact, I've never even killed them in this room before now. Let's go. 3 down. 1 to go, and then we have our scepter. Usually I get the scepter kind of later on in the grind. It's not really something you need early, but with all the point boosting that I'm doing, every time we get a Minotaur task, it'll actually be really good to be able to teleport straight here, and it'll just speed things up for point boosting. So I decided to go for it earlier than I normally would. Hopefully this next one is quick. We'll make the scepter, and then we'll go and get a bunch of charges for it, and then we'll be good to go and get back on the Slayer grind. Dude, the last floor of this place honestly sucks. There is no good place to kill just Ankus within the stronghold of security where you don't get attacked by a skeleton or a ghost. And then you're kind of stuck doing what I'm doing right now, where I'm luring them down here so I can just kill one and kind of safe spot it without having to worry about getting attacked by skeletons and getting interrupted from actually killing the Anku. The only problem is after I kill one, I then have to go lure another one down here and rinse and repeat. This place, this bottom floor looks the coolest out of all of them, and it's got that going for it. But in terms of functionality, to be able to kill, say, Ankus, it honestly sucks. Trying to do like when I was trying to do GIM Slayer tasks, and we had to get like Ankus, and it would be a Konar task that would tell me I had to kill Ankus in the stronghold of security. Those took way longer than they ever really need to, all because you get griefed by the skeletons and the ghosts, man. At least while you're a low enough level to where they attack you. But man, yeah, it sucks down here. Yo, dude, that skeleton better not grief me, bro. I'm already in combat. Don't do it to me. Bro, this is what I'm talking about, man. Why? Like, I'm already in combat, dude. Look, we're just sitting here getting griefed by normal skeletons while trying to fight Ankus, man. And then I have to sit here and maneuver around and try to resave spot. What a pain, man. Because I kept getting attacked by other things out of my control, I decided it'd probably just be better if I got more food, played it safe, rebanked, got more materials and more resources, because I can't like successfully safe spot those without sometimes getting attacked by other things, and it just kind of makes it a pain, and I didn't want to risk dying in a really stupid death. So yeah, I just decided, hit the enclave, refresh my prayer, grab some more moonlight moths, grab more food, and we're gonna head back now. Hopefully we get it now. This one's taking longer than it should have, only because I keep getting attacked by things that don't even drop it. Oh snap, 38 range though. Actually doing pretty decent when it comes to trading my range. I wasn't really too sure how much range XP I'd end up getting off of this whole endeavor, but hey, we're getting pretty close to 40. I can't complain. That's pretty nice. Yes, dude, we're free. Holy moly, we got the scepter. What an awesome diary step that's going to be out of the way. And now I don't even have to worry about killing these Ankus anymore. I can just go farm extra pieces on the Minotaurs, and then we'll be able to use that to get our charges. But yo, we are free, dude. Get me out of here. This place sucked. Back at the Minotaurs so we can get extra pieces of the, I think it's the right half, the right skull half. Yeah, we'll get extra pieces of the right skull half, and then what we could do is use the chisel on them, and then we could break those down, and then we could use those parts in order to charge our scepter, so that way we don't have to worry about scepter charges. You get quite a bit of them. They're pretty common here, and on top of that, these are really easy to train range on, so this is going to be helping me push towards 40 range. Not bad, dude. We just hit 39 range. Yo, it's actually going really quick. Haven't gotten any extra skull pieces yet, but who knows? I guess, I mean, at this point, we might as well just kind of stick it out. Maybe we'll get 40 range here while getting these skull pieces. Dude, the Mime random event is so toxic to get XP lamps from, because not only do you have the whole outfit to get, but there's 4 emotes you have to unlock too. Hey, and we just got climb ropes, so at least we got one of them out of the way. But it's so toxic how long it actually takes to start getting XP lamps from the Mime compared to like the drill instructor or like the zombie guy, right? I think his name is, I don't know, I just call him the grave digger. But yeah, the Mime one is my least favorite. It takes so long to do that random event. I don't know why, I just don't like it. Yeah, let's hit this 40 range and then we're out of here. We actually got quite a few heads stocked up too, so we're gonna have some really nice charges. Let's go, dude. 40 range. I'm not really too sure where I'm gonna train range next, but 40 is a lot better than what we had at the beginning of the day, so I'll take that. Let's go. And now we got some really nice charges for the scepter too. I forgot, you got to get permission from this guy. He imbues your scepter and then you can charge it more. I totally forgot about that, but we do have a lot of extra shards in order to charge the scepter, so now we should be good to go. We're almost to our 90th task, which hopefully we get a really good task for it. We just got monkeys. This is task number 87. So this is a really quick one. We're going to kind of blitz through these. Honestly, I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to make it all the way to task number 90. We're going to go see what task number 90 is, and then I'm probably going to call it wraps there. I definitely don't got it in me to do an entire task, and that task, no matter what it's going to be at 90, it's going to be a longer one regardless. But yo, we've actually been juicing, man. What an insane amount of games we have just embarked on today. A crazy amount of Slayer tasks, by the way, like an absolutely absurd amount of Slayer tasks. That's the beauty of point boosting. We got a lot of XP. We got a lot done. You know what? Let's just, yeah, while we're on our way to 90, we'll just kick the outro right there. Again, massive shout out to everybody for coming back to another episode of the Hardcore Ironman series. Thank you so much for watching. I absolutely mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I really appreciate everybody that has been tuning in every single week, and it keeps me motivated, keeps me going when it comes to the Hardcore Ironman series, keeps me pushing out a new edit every single Monday for you guys. It's been an absolute blast. Love seeing all the new subscribers to the channel. Welcome everybody. We've been getting a ton of people in the clan who have been joining the clan and even just guesting and hanging out, and oh my goodness, the amount of people that have joined that are now hardcore Ironmans. I'm starting to think my clan has transitioned from an Iron clan into a hardcore Ironman clan. Funny enough, no, it's so cool to see though. So thank you guys again so much for all of the love. Outside of that, you know the deal. We are recruiting for the Clan 27 gang. Everybody is more than welcome to come and join us. All you got to do, guest into the clan chat, ask for an invite, and we'll get you hooked up and get you in the clan. Now, if you're already in a clan and you don't want to join, feel free to come and guest in and hang out and be a part of the community. As always, you guys know every single Monday is another new episode at 7:30 a.m. CST. And I have one final shout out this week. I just want to give a massive shout out to our first ever YouTube member, and his name is Broman. Broman, you've been watching the channel all the way back on Twitch for a little while now, and you've shown mad love on Twitch, and now you dropped our first ever YouTube membership right here on YouTube. So thank you so much for that, bro, man. Much appreciated. We are eventually, when we get more members on YouTube, I'm gonna have a nice little end screen that has all of the members' name on it. I think that's appropriate, and I actually want to do it. I think that'd be a really great way to thank everybody for being a member. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys again on another episode next week. Peace.